Tell me who you are, get in the car.
Right now.
Little black girl from the south, little black girl in the mouth, little black girl don't know where to go. Does she like the clown and the teacher stay kicking her out? Insecure but she won't say it out loud.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode. As you can see here, totally a different environment because I am dog sitting. This little one over here, don't know if you could see. But yeah, dog sitting for the week, so I have to not only dog sit, but house sit as well. That said, starting off the morning, cooking up some breakfast as you saw in the last clip. So what you see right here, got something simple. We got some scrambled eggs and 2 pieces of toast because we're gonna hit the gym early in the morning to get a good arm workout. And not gonna lie, not looking forward for the drive because this just happened overnight. Oh. Look at that. First snowfall of the winter season, which is never a fun time driving into because not only it's hard to see, roads are slippery, so everybody's driving extra slow. And today I do have to make a few stops because I have to drop off a package from my work to another place and then I'll hit the gym. So going to be on the road more than I'd like to, but you know, it is what it is. We've got to do what we got to do. So I'm gonna eat this breakfast first, drop off the package, and then we'll hit the gym. And so for the pre-workout we're taking today, we are using the Ghost Legend in the Welch's Grape. So always been a big fan of Ghost. Currently still have the Rainbow Sour Chips, but I'm savoring that to the very end just because I do have a lot of pre-workout and I want to run through them before going through that. So we're gonna do 2 scoops of Legend. All right, see you in the next clip. Alright, so we finally made it at the gym. Rough time getting here with how bad the roads are. But we are here, about to get this workout started. And for my intro workout, I'm gonna be taking this right here, Pump Addict, which is a stim-free pre-workout. I know I took the caffeinated Legend prior to this, but this will just sustain the blood flow throughout my workout. Because we are doing an arm day, not sure how much of this workout I'm gonna get done because I am in a time crunch. Like I said before, drives getting here take twice as long, and plus I had another task prior to this. I'm gonna take 1 scoop of this. I have the Cyclone flavor. To be honest, not the greatest flavor of their lineup, so if you could pick anything other than this, recommend doing so. But we're gonna do 1 scoop of this and then we're gonna hit this workout.
Something I don't, sun-kissed and underway. Keep on driving, driving. I lost myself in the maze of your mind. I'm never getting out again. And in the back of my head and the tip of my tongue, I can only ever say your name. And I can only ever say your name.
Alright, so quick arm workout done. Like I said, was in a time crunch, so you only saw like a few clips of the different exercises that I kind of did. That wasn't the full workout, but I'll post the full workout right now. So as you can see, I did a lot more exercises than I normally do. Like I said, I did superset each and every one of them, so my arms are super exhausted. But yeah, I'm not sure where this vlog is headed because I do have to go to work right away. Maybe I'll film something in between. Otherwise, either it's going to transition to the end of the day or even the next day. Alright, so it's been a few days and I think I'm just going to end this vlog with a Q&A. So on my Instagram page, I kind of did one of those questionnaire boxes where people could ask questions. I also did one of those anonymous questions. So we're going to just flip through some of these questions, answer them the best I can. Try to answer the more interesting ones and see how this goes. So I did screenshot each one of them and I'll probably put like a little picture blurb just showing each question. But first up, so in no particular order, first up, one big 5-year goal you have. Well, this one like could go in many different ways. I actually have a few goals I have in mind, but I guess one big one, just to put it out there, would be regarding this, what I'm wearing here, Pursuit Lifestyle Apparel. I want this to be, I guess in my eyes, and especially just if anything in Canada, just like a known brand that people are familiar with, that people could resonate. It's definitely one of the reasons why I started this brand, is that so people can connect and create that community where we have all something in common with what we're doing in life, whether it's with our goals, our careers. At the end of the day, just like the slogan, step one, be willing, or even just the name itself, we're all in pursuit of something. We all have a goal in mind, and the first step with anything that we do is our willingness to do it. So that's I guess you could say one big 5-year, one goal I want to achieve in 5 years or even less. So definitely putting a ton of time, basically wrap this thing up and kind of get things going, try to keep the momentum going. So yeah, that's one of many 5-year goals I have. And to tie into that, next question with this one, when is this pump cover dropping, or the pump cover? So I do have a few that's going to be releasing very, very soon. It won't be this one, but pump covers will be dropping by the time this video goes out. I'll just give you the exact date. It's actually November 25th, or whenever Black Friday is. I might get that mixed up, but Black Friday is when the new stuff is launching. Not only that, but some women's stuff as well. I'm in the process of doing photo shoots to just get everything started. About to get the website going as well. So a lot of behind the scenes going on that you haven't seen yet. But I'm assuming the next video that I'll be putting out after this will be that process and kind of, if anything, maybe in the shoot itself. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. If you haven't already, please follow the brand page, Pursuit Lifestyle Apparel. I'll even link it down below as well. And yeah, hit the notifications, keep you updated. Let's get into some fun ones here. So this one came from one of the anonymous boxes. So what was my favorite show when I was a kid? That one's a little bit of a tough one, but one that sticks out in mind, and I feel like every kid basically in the 90s was into this. So it was one of three my favorite show. You know what? It has to be Dragon Ball Z. So being a kid, anime was a big part of my childhood, and it's definitely one of the main type of shows that was airing at the time. If you guys are familiar with Cartoon Network, YTV, that's where it aired the most, especially late at night. So that was basically my favorite TV show as a kid. Okay, so for this next question, I was gonna go a little bit more on like the trolling side of it and try to answer with some like goofy answers, but honestly nothing comes into mind at the moment. But this question, biggest red flags for girls, I think when it comes to red flags, it kind of goes, the ones I'm going to be mentioning could pretty much go both ways, could be for guys or girls. But I think some red flags just in general will just be like lack of communication, that one's a big one, or even things like honesty, or just not trying to like hide certain information, or just being truthful, if that makes sense. I think communication is one of the major things that is important when it comes to like relationships, and if you're dating, that's kind of the key factor that, if anything, I look for in a person. And I'll say another one when it comes to red flags is that the person plays the victim all the time. And what I mean by that, it's like it always seems like it's the other person's fault, or it's never their fault. And even this kind of ties in with like guilt tripping as well. It's just everything, or every situation that they've been through that was considered bad, it was always the other person's fault. I think that's something that you'd question if that's the answers they're giving, is that it's never their fault, it's someone else. I think that's a red flag. Next one, what's my biggest accomplishment? One that stands out the most right now would be winning overall in my men's physique class during the VDC Natural earlier in May. That one was something I never thought I'd ever do or ever accomplish for myself. Since stepping on, or since even having the idea of competing, that was never a thought. I just wanted to step on stage, do my best, and kind of just like progress just organically and you know, placings really never mattered to me from the start. For me, as long as I knew that I was going on stage in the best shape as I could, that was already a win for me in my eyes. But to be able to progress from my first show to now to winning overall, that's something that, looking back, that I'm truly like proud of. And winning that overall again definitely surprised me. You can even see it in my show day video that I posted a few months ago, that yeah, at the end of the day, anything's possible. You just gotta put your mind to it and kind of commit and just put in the work, and at some point it's gonna pay off. So I'll say that's I would say that would be my biggest accomplishment to date, if anything. But moving forward, we're obviously gonna exceed that, so stay tuned. So since we're in the topic of like shows and competitions, this next question, how many more shows will I do? And not gonna lie, I feel like the amount of shows left I'll be doing are very, very like limited, because gathering everything and with all the competitions I did, technically I've already done everything I wanted to do. Realistically, I stepped on stage for the first time back in 2018. That was like a goal in itself. And then doing my dream show, Summer Shredding, that was a huge one for me as well. Flying down to Houston, seeing Alphaland, the Alpha Gym, and then competing in the big show. That was probably the funnest experience I've ever gone through. Finally winning first place after getting second for a lot of the shows that I did, that was an accomplishment. And then this year winning overall, that one's a huge one too. Then yeah, just going to Toronto and doing a national show, so competing with the best of the best all around Canada in the men's physique class, that was another thing that I crossed off my bucket list. So outside of that, I think like the shows that if I do more shows moving forward, will mostly just be for like, I guess, for the experience, for fun, trying to see how far I'll go. Like again, a pro card was in my kind of like, again, a pro card was in my eyes, but at the end of the day, it's not a huge deal for me whether I get it or not. Like I'll shoot for it every now and then if I feel I have the motivation to do it. But I think moving forward, if I were to pick a show, like if I were to say my last show, it honestly would be doing another show in Houston, Summer Shredding. And I think with the goals with that would just to be is to place like top 5. That in the Summer Shredding Classic, and another, I guess you could tie in the national show as well. So in those shows, I guess my goals for competing with nowadays would just be place top 5 in those 2 shows. Overall, like I said, I feel like the number of shows I'll do moving forward will be numbered. Again, for me, when it comes to doing those things, there has to be more of a motivation, more of a drive to keep doing it, because it is hard on the body. And this year kind of taught me, like, doing shows back to back, especially if you want to do a national show and compete with the best in Canada, like, it is taxing on the body. So that's another thing to consider. So yeah, so if anything, 2 more shows and then we'll kind of go from there, see where we're at. But yeah, that's kind of my plan as of right now. It could change, but so far that's what's coming up to mind. Okay, so these next couple questions are going to be more on the life side of things. So one of them being, how many kids do you want with your significant other when the time comes? And for me, I've always had in the mind having at least 2 kids, ideally 1 boy, 1 girl. If I had to choose the order, I would want the boy to be born first so I could protect the girl, which I would want second as they grow up. If that so happens to be more than 2, then I'm for sure up for it, but ideally 2. All right, so for this last question, and this kind of ties into the previous question in a way, but are you single? So funny thing for those that kind of like know me personally, I am super picky when it comes to just the people I date, people I go out with. I have a pretty tight-knit I guess you could say criteria, even though, or things that I look for in a person, especially if I'm thinking long term with them. Like, I do have one things in mind. It's kind of one of those things where you've seen a lot of people out there and kind of seeing habits, and you just know yourself and what you look for in life a little bit more closely, and you tend to become more picky as you get older and whatnot. But to answer the question, are you single? So to answer the question, no, I am not single anymore, and honestly happy to not be single, because even though it took like forever for like this relationship to like happen, well, for me to get in a relationship, I should say, it was definitely one of those things where when you're looking for something specific, it's definitely worth the wait. You'll never know who you're gonna run into, but yeah. So you might have seen her before. You want to reintroduce yourself?
Hi, I am Mars.
So she's been featured like in my Houston trip, and or I should say her Houston trip, because then it was her birthday, and I guess in the past videos when I first started doing these YouTube videos. But so a little backstory here. So we've been friends for I want to say like almost a year now.
No, even longer than that.
Even longer than that, and it's through our connection with one of our good friends, DJ, who was also in the Houston trip. It's one of those things that the friendship kind of just grew organically, and just over time just got to know each other a little bit more. If anything, how should I even put this?
Let's just say we were very like oblivious.
Yeah, we were kind of oblivious towards each other. Like we got along really well. We had common interests. I like to lift, she likes to lift. She's very motivated as well in the things that she does. Same thing with me. She does a lot of content creating too. I do as well, and though I need to get back into it a little bit more and ramp that thing up quite a bit, especially with my Instagram. But yeah, it was kind of one of those oblivious things, and it wasn't until I guess a few months ago where, you know, like certain situations happen, and I kind of just thought to myself, or the idea of asking her out and kind of the idea of dating just kind of just popped in my head, because with the things that I look for in a person, I kind of just noticed she kind of honestly checkmarked each box. The more I thought about it, and in my head I was like, why not give it a shot? And it's one of those, I guess, risks that I was willing to take, because obviously when you develop a great relationship with just anybody, popping a question like that, especially if it doesn't turn out or work out, that could like totally end a good thing that you had going on. So for me, that was worth it, and I guess to her, would you say that was worth it?
It was alright, I guess.
It was alright. What the heck? But I don't know. Like if anything, with things I do, she elevates me to do better, and I'm hoping that I'm doing the same with her. And you know, like it's only been how long since we officially started dating? Like a couple months, basically.
Almost 2.
Almost 2 months, yeah, since we made it kind of official. So
we dated for a while though, because I wanted to be sure.
There you go. So yeah, we might kind of hold through that whole process, obviously, but you know, I'm happy. I'm hoping she's happy as well, as much as I am. How do you feel? How do you feel that now it's out there?
Honestly,
Are you nervous? What the heck?
no, it just I was like, we're not really even like dating. It's like we've just been best friends, and it's just continued.
Right? Honestly, I feel the same way too. But I feel like those are like the best relationships though, where it feels like a best friend type of relationship. I think, I don't know. I think that's I don't know if that's weird or if that's kind of the way I think, but I think the best relationships come out out of like friendships and whatnot, or and knowing the person for quite a while, and yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I'm not sure what else to add on to this, but yeah, you're just gonna see more content. You're gonna see her more in the videos as well. I think even on the previous videos, like you probably see me like talking to somebody. Yeah, that was her. And yeah, keep an eye out for social medias too. Like yeah, you'll see. If anything, you'll just see more of her. So in all these videos. So
More of actually me, not just my arm.
And if my views goes up, I'll put that on her. That's her. Yeah, I give her credit and all that. So yeah, just honestly, just feel grateful, feel thankful that she's entered my life. And again, hopefully she feels the same on my end, or I guess her end with me. And somebody's
Blowing up my phone.
blowing up her phone. But I think we're gonna wrap it up there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the Q&A. Yeah, big things to come, especially with this second Pursuit launch that is coming very, very soon. So keep an eye out on the IG page. Other than that, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below. And yeah, catch you all in the next video. Peace!